Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be going over a game where I played against a 2000 Blitz player. Now mind you, a few days ago, about a week ago, I went over and did a video against a 2150 where I'd beat him. And now I've beat a 2000 rated player. So we're going to be going over that, and then I'm going to show you guys the analysis, and yeah, let's get it going. So today we are going over a game where I played against Jose Chavez. Mind you, he is a newer account, although he's played a lot of Blitz games, and he's kind of floated still around that 2,000 mark, so it's probably close to his normal rating, but, you know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So game starts off with knight h3. I thought he was playing that just to disrespect me. You know, I'm like a 1300, 14, 1500, and he's over here 2000, so he feels comfortable, you know. Makes sense. I go pawn to d5, he goes g3, going to Fianchetto, and automatically have a better position. He gave away all of his advantage with the first move, so I started taking as much space as I could. Took his pawn, he took mine, and then I just developed my knight to f6, looking to probably... I was actually in the game, I remember thinking about g5 to kick the knight out because he can't go to h3. He's forced to kind of go back here, which then, you know, I've got some pretty good moves here. But anyways, he goes here, knight c3. Okay, like, you know, no worrying about pawns in the center or nothing, so I press d4. Generally makes sense. It's a good move overall. You know, you're trying to develop your pieces, kick him away from developing his. So he puts the knight back, which is, you know, honestly just like what you should have done, but, you know, apparently here was better. Naturally, I probably just would have went back because I feel like this knight's a little sensitive. So I go bishop to d6, hoping to get rid of this knight and, you know, develop a really good bishop pair. So he goes to Fianchetto the bishop on g2. Really good move. He's starting to look to castle. I was like, you know, I'll just get rid of this knight, you know, make sure I can start attacking. Now, apparently I made a big mistake. I should have castled. My idea with knight g4 was because this is sensitive and there's really not much the king can do to get out of this like whole mating net. So, and I didn't really know exactly what he could do to prevent it. So I just kind of went knight g4 just because it looked good. But, you know, just because it looks good to a 1300 doesn't mean it's actually a good move. But he castles, so I was like, all right, you know, it makes sense. And then I go queen h4, setting up the mate threat here, which I'm pretty sure he went h3 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So he goes there, and I started thinking, like, what can I do? Maybe bring the knight back. Didn't really know exactly what I could do. So then I was like, what? Maybe this works. But I don't know. I see the queen sliding in at some point and blocking off the mate. So I go back, knight back to f6. Apparently it was an inaccuracy. I wasn't really sure exactly what to do. He offers to trade queens, and I play a mistake. Now, I really didn't see this move in my radar, to be honest, because it just didn't really make much sense. Obviously, I'm trying to go for this still, which after that, then I could play this, but he has this. And, you know, I got to figure out how to actually mate him. But overall, in this position, I felt like I was crushing. Just because his king is sensitive, his pawns are kind of just goner at that point. They haven't even developed besides this one here. So he goes bishop to bishop to f3. Now, this made no sense to me because this is just hanging now. And the whole purpose of putting the bishop there in the first place was to make sure that the mate threat was, you know, what do you call the word? Diminished. So I just take with the bishop because, you know, I'm threatening the rook. And then he goes pawn here, which is the best move, which to me, what? What? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. So I go to check. Now, my idea is if he goes here, then I have like a semi sort of good move here. And if I go here, he wants to take, then I'm setting up a nasty mate threat. He basically has to stop it by this. So he goes here, which then I kind of thought for a moment. I was like, I can go maybe here, try to threaten, you know, a mate or something. So I was like, wait, here. I can check the king, force him to go back here, and then he ends up taking. So that's exactly what happens. And then bishop takes, queen takes, which is a mistake. So apparently I need to continue to look over my middle game, end games. And then he goes here. He goes there. And to me, that generally didn't make any sense because obviously, mate, you know. and the king is completely cut off. But he decided to play that, and I beat him simply from that, which was crazy because I was sitting there going like, is this guy even 1900 with the way I'm playing right now? And obviously, checkmate, I beat him. So going over the analysis on that part, though, you're probably going to laugh at me. 78% to a 66.6. Okay. So you're probably going, okay, you said he's a new account. He's not playing in his range. Is he really 2,000? So we had played a few more games after that, and he crushed me, like almost all of them. And he was playing high percent accuracy, and he played like a 1,500, so about 400 or 500 under his rating. And I played about 400 or 500 over my rating. So overall, he just got kind of caught in a bad game. So then I was like, hey, maybe I can go over and play him again. So I'm going to go back and look up the other game where I played him in Bullet, and he was 2,000 rated. And mind you, it says 1466, so just calm down. He was 2,000 before that, and then when I beat him, he dropped down like 500 rated because it's a new account. As you can see here, he joined 4 hours ago, so he's a brand new spanking new account. So actually, what's really funny about all of this is that I was streaming on my TikTok, and I get a message saying, "Oh, I'm better than you," and I was like, "Okay, all right, well, play me." And I got him to sub to my channel, and then once he subbed, I played him, and I proceeded to destroy him in this Bullet game. So we're gonna go over the review of this one. So this was just obviously Bullet, so it's not like we're playing like rapid chess where we have time to think. It's just straight up Bullet. And we're going to wait for the analysis to load up. Apparently I made a blunder, but I still won, so it really doesn't matter. And you can peep my boy Elon in the back there. I got a cool little tapestry recently, so I was like, I'll just put it up there. All right, so we're going to go over the review. I go pawn e4, he goes pawn e5. I go d4. And he goes here, which I've seen this so many times with beginners, and I was like, oh, this is just an easy, no thought take. You take, and obviously, apparently this is the best move, but, you know, you give away your castling rights, and then automatically white is just killing it. So I went and took. Then I go here. He goes for the bishop here. I go for the check. He steps away, which then I started to realize if I castle, then I have a potential mating net here. So I would think, you know, maybe this, he can't go here, so he's maybe here to prevent that. So then I was like, okay, maybe I protect this while I do that. And I made a mistake. And as you can see, I should have went and did queenside castling. So he takes, and I ignore it. And he didn't take back, which was interesting. But apparently this is the best move. Probably freeing up some space for the king so then I don't immediately checkmate him. Which, now that I think about it, hold up. Yep. All right, so he goes there. And then apparently I made a huge blunder. Didn't even notice. And then he took here, which was, you know, oh crap, I'm losing my rook. But I said, wait a second here. If I take, he can't, I mean, he could go and take, but then I have this. But then I also have this with this. So I was like, oh wait, I might be winning. But I wasn't until he went here. Like, what? Why didn't you take the bishop? Why didn't you take the rook? Like, no sense. And immediately beat him. Now, if you look at the time, it's 46 seconds to 26. And I remember when I messaged him, I was like, hey, do you want to play a Bullet game? He's like, oh, no Bullet. And as you can see, probably why. Checkmate. Got him. Easy win. And I got like extra, like 20, almost like 15 rated extra on that one. So it was really nice to win against this guy. And then I'll show you real fast just so you know that I'm not just talking out of my ass. He beat me once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times here. And I only beat him twice. One with Bullet, one with Rapid, or one with Blitz. But he's still floating around 2,000 here. So overall, I did okay. I'm probably going to add him and probably play a few more games just to see if I can win another one because there was definitely some holes in his game that I could tackle. But we'll go from there. But yeah, I had a great game. I was really happy. I beat a 2,000 just after last week beating a 2,150. Also, with that happening, I'm literally on the road to 2,000 rating on Rapid. And I've been doing that series for YouTube for quite a while. So I'm kind of glad that I've been able to kind of show that I have the potential to be at that level. So it's really inspiring, and I'm really happy that I've been able to play a lot of good games and, you know, getting better and better, studying openings, studying theory, getting better at end games. And I've been streaming on TikTok a lot, and I know I post videos here on YouTube, so If you guys want to add me on TikTok, it's going to be Chase_chess or Chase Chess. Either way, it's on TikTok. I've got about 3,500 subscribers on there. Here, I've got like 50, 60. So I'd really appreciate it if you can go there and check me out there. I'm more frequently streaming on there than I am on YouTube just because the follower discrepancy. But I appreciate you guys joining and watching the video today. I'll be probably pumping out another video later tonight or next week because my work schedule is kind of floppy. But I really appreciate you guys. Y'all go sub. Please like. It really helps me out a lot and, you know, getting the word out. And if you do want to play me on chess.com, just feel free to add me. My username is Chase the Man, as you can see here in the video. And then also I'll link it down in the description. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out and keep playing chess. Peace.